Examinator, this is World Climbing Series Prague 2026.
Welcome to Prague, the 100-tower city, rising from the very heart of Europe. 1,000 years of stone, towers, bridges, rooftops that never learned how to fall. Here, resilience and beauty are a daily sight. And today, resilience decides everything. Who takes home the title in the women's lead competition and
Hello and welcome back to the wonderful city of Prague. It's morning time, 21 degrees, 54% humidity, and we have changed arena. We are now in the old tennis court arena, and our giant EP wall dominates the space in the middle, as you can see. My name is Matt Groom, and I'm joined again by Maya from Team Australia. First of all, how are you doing, and how was your competition over the last couple of days?
It's been really nice. I really enjoyed Prague. It's my first time here. It's that sort of World Cup where I've watched it for years, and I've always wanted to come here, and it was just a wonderful experience.
It's funny you say that, because a lot of athletes have the same opinion, that this is becoming one of those dual events where people want to compete in front of the crowd.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, yeah.
Right, we're looking at the calendar. We've done with May, we're in June now, and the series progresses throughout the world. And that is our Trango Climbing Quick Draw. They are our main title sponsors for gear. They provide all of the equipment, and we're now looking at the Eurohold's overall title for lead. Remember, there's only been one lead event in Wujiang, China, at the beginning of the season, and Neo Suzuki, with that win, is leading the way. Followed by Alberto on the hunt for his first gold, and Lee Do-hyun. And Maya, some of these athletes, as we look at the women's Euroholds as well, some of these athletes competed last night, like Annie Sanders.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, competing back-to-back is so tiring, especially for World Cups. I can't even imagine.
I can't imagine either. Annie was interviewed last night, and she said the MC asked her what she was going to do now, and she was like, I'm going to go home and sleep and rest.
It's very valid.
I think so too. All right, we're watching some of the highlights. Jakob Schuber is back, his first competition of the year. He had an injury-plagued 2025 with a nasty finger injury, and he climbed well here today. And this is Lee Do-hyun, who was climbing in the boulder, but Maya, they got a little bit of a rest, didn't they, for the men anyway? One day off.
Yeah, for sure.
It was good. And then Adam Ondra, well, he is a huge personality, as you would imagine, here in Czechia. And the reaction when this man climbs is unbelievable. He wanted to get into semis, he's done enough here. And he had a good round up inside, sort of mid-order, 12th. He qualifies.
Living legend, I reckon.
He is a bit, isn't he? Yeah. Stopped doing boulder. And then Max Berton, his first boulder finals the other day. Of course, we've known him for league competitions. He'll be trying. And Satoshi Yoshida, Mr. Outdoors himself. He's such an endurance machine. And then this was the moves as he went up with the right hand. Alberto Quines Lopez won the Eurohold's overall title last year, but he's never won gold at a World Series event. Of course, he is the Olympic champion from Tokyo, where he's on the hunt for sure. And in Korea in action, we had Jae Kim, we got Xian So. Good to see these guys back. And then the top, quite cruisy from her. A little pop, found the top. It's a good jug, but it's a long way. But this lady didn't make it through. This toe hook really sideways, didn't quite work for her. But Annie Sanders is on a roll at the moment. Now, spoiler alert, we are going to have to give some things away from last night. So if you haven't seen the competition, this is your warning now. But Annie Sanders taking the gold. And Maya, I mean, how do you recover? I mean, we just talked about it, I know, but it's got to be so tricky.
Oh, recovery is so important. I mean, your sleep has to be on point, your diet, everything in terms of recovery. I know people do like cold plunges and saunas and things like that. I've heard of these like inflatable suits that you can put on as well.
Yes, I've seen those, yeah. Well, we were by the river here, so maybe she jumped in the river last night to cool off after the boulder finals, but she would have gone back, had a sleep. I guess she's qualifying near the end as well, so she gets most of the semi-finals to rest. And then this lady, Jessie Pilz, nice to see her. She'll be competing at her home World Cup in Innsbruck in a couple of days. Not next week, week after we go there. And then Lučka Rakovic, she's up in the top 3, the Slovenian endurance machine as well. Uses her flexibility well, and it was a simple reach up to the top for her. She looked chilled, she looked calm, and she climbs her way through. All right, well, Maya, you and me are right at the back of the stadium here, and it's a pretty special atmosphere right now.
It's really, really cool. There's a lot of people that have gathered. It's an incredible atmosphere, and oh, I'm just very excited to watch.
I am too. It's got that buzz in the air, and it's quite exciting to be here. Of course, the finals will take place tonight, semi-finals this morning.
Oh, I bet they can't wait to see Adam Ondra as well. Competing with a home crowd is always very special.
There were almost hundreds of kids waiting for his signature. So, yes, definitely a star. We're looking at these starting lists. These are the athletes who have made it through from the qualifying session on the second day. A lot of athletes, quite a savage cut. And for the men, Yannick Floet will climb first. He qualified last. Nice to have him back. And as we go down the list, some new faces, some lead specialists. And Putra Ramadani down at the top spot. What a performance that man had. He's made finals in Bali before at his home World Cup. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Okay, the first athletes are out then. Mattia Pozzi for the women and Yannick Floet for the men. And Yannick's, to me, so interesting because a couple of years ago, he was definitely more of a boulder specialist. I think he got a bit fed up with the style of boulder, from what I understand, and then decided to change to lead.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think lead can be very flowy, which is also really nice, but I think the fight that you need in lead, and the mental capacity especially, is really what makes it quite special.
Yeah, exactly that. All right, the rules then for lead, if you're new to our sport, it's pretty simple. You start at the bottom, you climb to the top, and on the way there are quick draws that are hanging off, those blue things. You have to clip each one of those in order. You can't miss any out. No Alex Honnold free soloing. There's a time limit, as you can see, and each hold is worth a point, a plus to go to the next or towards the next one. And then you can see the scoring zones, the 10 there, means Yannick Floet will be on 10 points. And now Yannick starting what is quite a bouldery sequence here for the men. This is harder for the men down low. The women's more resistance-based.
I mean, as a boulder, he's cruising through it.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? He's got that power to pull on if he needs it. Flicks the legs through. Blue crosses on the wall indicate the final clipping position. So you've got to clip it from here, and that's because some sequences are traverses, and we want to make sure the athletes are nice and safe. So Mattia Pozzi working her way through. She had not the best of seasons last year, considering the season she had the year before. So she's fighting to refine that form she had. Yannick now cutting loose, crossing in underneath on the underclings, and he'll take a moment to clip and maybe shake on this. No, straight forward. So Yannick bridges the gap. Crosses through. And Mattia Pozzi, goes foot loose. Yannick falls, nearing the halfway mark. And Mattia Pozzi is left. What a shot that is from the edge of the wall. Shows how steep this EP wall is through the middle part. And then a two-finger drag and a moment for her to rest here.
Looking very solid in those pockets there.
Yeah, she's looking good at the moment.
I feel like those pockets are quite generous, so I think it'll be a popular rest spot.
Yeah, you're right. It's deep fingers, isn't it? It looks, I think, to the uninitiated like that's a bad hold because there's only two fingers in it, but because it's deep, it's not too bad. So Mattia now more than halfway through. She's on the farthest point left of the women's route, the 30 scoring zone above her head. Chalks up, and this is the first time we've seen her maybe have a little think about a sequence. It's a big move, isn't it, Maya, up to that 30? She was low on it as well. So she comes down looking disappointed, feeling like she had more in the tank. I think she maybe just... Yeah, it was interesting because she really slowed down and stopped at that point and didn't seem like she had a solution to that apart from reaching up. That was Yannick Floé coming down. Sebastian Halenke is underway for the men as we watch Mattia's fall. So there is Sebastian Halenke from Germany. He's a fun climber to watch, eh, Maya?
Sebastian Halenke, 31-year-old, very experienced climber who already traveled the world in climbing 66 competition climbs.
All right, Sebastian now up towards this sort of blocked sloper section here. It's always interesting with the semi-final because we learn it with you guys at home. Like it's one of those times where we get to watch 24 athletes find out how they do it, and Sebastian has this right foot on the sloper. And important that he uses that thumb catch.
Absolutely. I think that, yeah, anything with a jib on the thumb always makes it a lot easier.
All right, resting now, standing tall, keeping that arm as straight as possible. And then from South Korea underway is Chae-young Kim. And when we say a resistance route, Maya, what are we kind of talking about when we say that?
I think it's more like a route that's very physically demanding from the very beginning, which I guess it makes it hard to find rest spots. It gets you tired very quickly. So by the time you get to like a proper crux point, you're quite exhausted. I think it still is quite important to find those rest spots. But yeah, it just makes it a lot physically harder.
Yes, it does. So you've got to have all that endurance. So Sebastian had a nasty knee injury a couple of years ago, and he's been fighting his way back ever since then. Very experienced on the circuit. And now pastes that right foot on the wall. And listen to the support he's receiving. Chae-young Kim, oh, he falls kind of out of nowhere. This men's route quite hard straight away. Raises his hands up. And that will leave him just underneath Yannick Floé's score. Yannick Floé getting 28 plus, Sebastian Halenke on 27.
Men's rope is very difficult. Very strong arms to reach the lap, and you can direct.
You can see, sitting in second at the moment, only the second athlete out, of course. Oh, she was a little bit inaccurate on that one. Had to slide that hand down onto the jib.
Good readjustment.
Yeah, you're right. She found it well. Didn't panic on that one. Little micro shakes as she enters the pinches here. And then it's all traverses from right to left. This wall is much wider than other lead walls we've seen in the past. And one of the reasons for that is it's the World Championship wall for next year. It's got to be multitask, so used for para as well as lead. And you need it wider for para especially because of the number of routes that they put on. Now, got to be accurate on this next move up to the pocket. She is initially.
That toe hook will really save her. You don't want your feet cutting at this moment.
Yeah, you're right. And she's going to have to release it at some point. Hits the 20 zone. And does release it quite nicely. No drama with that one. There's jibs in this next pocket as well. So a little bit of positive edges for them. Then the feet disappear and this is awkward. She's heel hooking her own fingers in there.
Oh, that'd be so hard to actually get your heel in any part of the hold. It's not your hands.
Yeah, exactly. She's having to really readjust into a sort of a fig four. She's in a lot of trouble here.
Oh, commits to the figure four.
And Stoklaki underway for the men, and she's worked that out, but that would have taken a lot of energy doing that. And Stowe has 5:24 left on the clock. He's just starting his run here. He'll transition from the red and black holds onto the mint holds, I guess. I think that's the colour. I'd call it mint. What would you reckon?
I call it teal, actually.
Teal. All right, let's go teal. I like that. Jae on Kim, side pull. She wants to use the edge of that volume, but there's not much to be had there. Right, up towards the final clipping position then. So she has to clip this from here, which she does with that left hand. Oh, Ernsto drops down, and that's a big save from him on that move.
Fairly certain he was standing on no text as well.
Yeah, exactly, and maybe he had a slip, I don't know what happened, but it was a bit more wild than he would have liked, but we know it's technical through this section.
Yeah, for sure. You need to be really smart with your clipping positions as well.
Yeah, that's a good point, yes.
Yeah, the more efficient you are, the more energy you save. And I find that route setters always make sure that you go out of your way to actually make the clip. Like, it's quite tricky.
Yeah, it's kind of part of the route itself sometimes. Now, this is where Mattia Pozzi had a moment. And I think actually rocking up to that right crimp before the pocket might be the way here. Or maybe it's a foot. We'll have to see in a sec.
Wow.
So Mattia went for the big move. She's looking right, she's looking left. She goes to the pocket, and that should be the new high point there.
Yeah, I feel like that right hand, I'm fairly sure that it's a foot because it's quite shallow.
No, I think you are right. She looked at it for a while, considering it, certainly. And another big move. Ansto falls, 3:39. It's men's route, claiming early falls here. And for the women, time actually might be a factor on this route. Often it's not, but she was running out of time. Splits with a drop knee as she hits the change into the head walk. Our camera keeping up on her. This is right on the wall next to her on the right-hand side. Oh, just came back down to the pocket. She's got 27 seconds, but what a run this is from her.
Oh, this last section looks so tricky.
Yeah, you said that when you read the route, didn't you?
Yeah, I think that by this point, it's a real fight. And every move would be so important.
And the head wall is steeper than normal, and down she comes eventually. That is fantastic stuff from her, though. 36 her score, moves into first with 2 done. Yeah, that was very strong. We'll have to wait and see where it leaves her. And as we said, resistance route, so we're expecting the women to go higher than the men, as the men's is a bit more cruxy, a bit more bouldery down low.
It'd be interesting to see how the boulders go compared to the lead climbers.
Yeah, good point.
So I feel like power endurance will play such an important factor.
Luka Poticha will be underway for the men. We'll have a replay, though, of this run, because it was a good one from her. Calm down, maybe not the fastest, but actually, I think she paced that pretty well. Didn't run out of time, felt. And that was the move where she went. You could see the elbows drifting up. Not disappointed, though. I think she gave it as much as she could up there. So let's stick with Luka Poticha. He is a lead specialist, this man. And you've become sort of a bit of a boulder specialist, haven't you, in recent years?
Oh, I was actually I think so, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was originally a lead climber, but I love bouldering to bits.
Luka was 10th in Wujiang, so just missing out on the finals place.
I do think the bouldering and lead complement each other quite beautifully, which is nice.
Yeah, you're right. And it used to be a bit different when we had the double event in the Olympics.
Yeah,
the lead routes were becoming more bouldery, and some of the boulders were becoming more endurance-based. But
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if in the coming years lead becomes, a bit longer, if the moves get increased.
I think it might be the case. Luka Pottinger won gold at his home World Cup in 2022. That was a while ago now. He'd love to be back on that top spot. Snatches for that left side pull. Nice footwork there, dancing around. Mia Oyagi is underway. She was watching all of the boulder. I kept seeing her in the audience cheering on her teammates. Personally for you, do you sort of, when you're watching your teammates, do you get a bit of inspiration coming into your round, watching them crush?
Oh, absolutely, always, yeah. Very inspirational to watch people, yeah. Especially Osh, she's doing so well recently.
Yeah, she did well yesterday as well, back in finals for her.
So consistently strong.
Yeah, she could have won gold last night, Osh, but the final boulder just got to her. There was a crack climb, didn't know really what to do on that one.
Yeah, I feel like the team spirit or the camaraderie within the team is always so special.
Luka Pottinger with a big drop knee, crosses through with the left hand. Hasn't made this clip yet, and now we'll do it quite low. Now, you are allowed to do what he's doing there. You can't pull on the quick draw, can't weight it, but you are allowed to grab it and clip it into the rope itself. Mio Yagi crosses into it. Oh, Luka Pottinger goes. Mio Yagi into the fig four. We've seen that twice now.
I think that's becoming a very popular move in recent years, the figure four.
Yeah, I like it when it happens. It's a move that started in rock climbing, and then it was more adopted by the ice climbing world, and they use it.
I did hear that.
Yeah, fig fours and fig nines in order to work their way through sequences, and it does help you gain a little bit more height using your arm as a hold.
Yeah, it does, but it's very dependent on how good the hold actually is.
Yeah.
But I feel like because it's quite a generous, I mean, could you even call it a pocket, like a two-hand pocket? I feel like it's good enough for sure.
Agreed. So she moves into third now, 23. We know where the high point is. It's quite a long way above her head. So we watch her now as she finds the sloper, matches there, and then she needs to flick those legs over, transition to the left. The volume is waiting for her. Giorgio Tomatis is announced to our audience. Mio Iaghi did the move that got Matteo Pozzi. And there is Giorgio Tomatis. All right, Team Italy will start cheering as he pulls on. He's been competing since 2003. And his last comp, though, was back in the World Champs in Seoul. So this is his first comp of 2026. Mio Iaghi creeping her way through. Just hits that block zone, which was a bit low on it. And it's blocked for a reason, right, Maya? That it's hard to get those full fingers into it.
For sure. It's very dependent on accuracy and precision. And at that point, when you're absolutely exhausted, sometimes you find it lacking.
Yeah, to me, I don't know if we'll get a replay of it. She was a little bit low on it. Only got fingertips in, got a bit stuck in that position, and that was it, down to the ground for her. Let's see a replay here. This was down low. It was all looking good. Nice, solid clips with those Trango climbing quick draws. And a big move here, and then that was just before she attempted to go for that blocked crimp. So Giorgio Tomatis looks like he's grimacing under there. There's a tick mark just to show him where there's a volume. Sorry, a jib on that volume.
That's very kind.
They do it sometimes, don't they? They're occasionally nice, those route setters. Often not.
Yeah, I find often not, especially with the clipping positions.
See the scoreboard on the right. Luka Pottijar leading the way, 34 plus. Quite a way ahead of Yannick Floe's 28 plus. To the 20 then. He's approaching his teammates' 22 plus. And then falls. That is an early fall from him. So 21 will leave him at the bottom of the 5 who have already gone.
I mean, to be fair, the red is a very grueling sequence. And then entering the teal is also extremely difficult.
Yeah, I was talking to Jakob Alaka, one of the teammates. He's a fantastic outdoor big wall climber, expedition climber, and sets regularly on the circuit. Yeah, and he was saying how it is really quite fiddly with toe hooks through there. And if you get the sequence wrong, things like this can happen. Got to save energy with them somehow. Kim Young-kwon will come up next for the men. And then a bit of a legend is on the wall here. Jaein Kim, who is going for the Olympics in LA. Her career revitalized a couple of years ago. She walked away from the circuit. I think she did actually officially retire, had a baby girl, and then has decided to come back.
So inspirational.
It's very cool, isn't it? But her weakness is the clock. She is not the fastest climber in the world, and she's going to have to move through this route because it's a long one.
And please welcome Kim Young-kwon from Korea.
And I love her flow here, Maya. It's just beautiful to watch her climb.
She climbs so statically, but it's very flowy.
Exactly, she was kind of doing static moves before Annie Sanders was born.
I actually remember being like 13, 14 years old and watching her lead World Cups and just, she's so dominant. Her endurance is incredible and so strong.
Yeah, it's lovely to watch her. Great to have her back. And it's one thing I like about lead climbing is I think boulder is becoming sort of more of a young person's game, or certainly that seems to be the trend, whereas, you know, we've got some more veteran climbers in lead, people like Jakob.
I'd have to agree with that, yeah. It definitely seems like your career can be stretched out over a longer period of time. Without losing its quality, of course.
Yeah, and I think that experience helps with lead as well. There's a lot of sort of in-the-moment route reading you need to do. They do get an observation time for finals, semis, but remembering that when you're up there when there's this many moves is quite challenging. So 5:11 on the clock for Kim Young-kwon. The athletes starting at different times, that's why the clocks are different. So the women running slightly behind the men, the men's harder down low. Straight into the fig four, so she's immediately seen that. Finds the jib with the left hand, and then this is a boosty move for her, but again, a boosty move, but in a sort of a static way. Blue gripping position, lovely close up there. He was trying to heel hook like a no texture bit, but I guess it just allowed him to steady through the move.
Yeah, heel hooking no texture, it's nasty though. Definitely not ideal.
No, not what you want.
I feel like on a lead route, you need to make sure that everything is the least risky as possible.
I think that's a very good way of describing it because, yeah, the risky moves tend to take energy because you can't release, you're swinging around, and when it's overhanging, it's not what you want to do. Jaein Kim has a high right heel before she drops it down. Oh, wow, another early fall for the men. Kim Young-kwon around that 20 mark, he goes down. The men's pretty brutal at the moment. Jaein Kim will approach 30. Goes with the right hand. So I guess she's going to have to match on this hold. I think she might have misread that a bit. Yeah, comes back down. So she will chalk up and rest here because of that. Now finds the left hand. So the first little mistake for Jaein Kim.
It would cost her a few very precious seconds, especially because I have a really good feeling that she'll enter the head wall. Time is definitely of the essence.
And she's just touched that, what we think is a foothold, which is going to be interesting. There'll be a tiny bit of chalk on it, and that might start to catch a few climbers out. So Zhang Kim will keep an eye on that clock, 1:38. She's actually not too bad for time, so she's paced this well. That's the blocked crimp we've seen miss before. All right, she's looking right, she's looking up. There's the 40 above her head, hits in the heel and finds the 40. So I'm just going to check the scores here because I'm not convinced that's she moves up to third, but yeah, so she's in the lead now. 41, not 31. Not quite sure why that graphic hasn't been updated, but falls now. So that is the high point for Zhang Kim on 41. Stunning stuff from her with 42 seconds to go as well. You know, she did time that really well.
Yeah, she did. I mean, I think that's all thanks to, I mean, her rests were really well planned, her clipping was really efficient. I think she found, yeah, her sequence is very, very spot on.
Yeah, that was a good run from her. So, she'll have to wait and see where that leaves her. Lots of athletes, of course, in this semi-final, and we're looking for just 8 to move forward.
It's a very high score very early on as well. But I mean, it happens all the time.
It's been a while since her last finals, actually. It was Madrid last... no, it wasn't Madrid. She was 9th in Madrid. It was Briançon, 2024 for Zhang Kim. I wonder if that's going to be enough here today. I like the sun flare on the cameras as well. How dramatic. And if you've noticed the what looks like sort of seeds or like fluff. Fluff is a good way to describe blowing around the stadium. It's eastern cottonwood, and the park here is covered in the trees, and they've been blowing across the arena for the last couple of days. It's like snowing. It's lovely.
Yeah, gosh. I mean, I feel like this isn't the thing you want to hear, but I've actually found spiders in them.
Have you? What, inside the cotton?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I don't want to hear that at all. Our commentary box is open to the elements. Max Berton used to be a lead specialist and did very well at boulder recently. He's the French national boulder and lead champion, and he made his first boulder finals the other day, which was a super fun moment. And then a lady who is very experienced, double Olympian Mia Krampel comes on. Little nod to her, Belair. Her teammate Yanya Garnbrett not competing at this competition. I think she's going to be back in Innsbruck.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I love how they supply the little pieces of carpet almost at the very bottom where you can wipe your shoes beforehand.
Yeah, I noticed that in Boulder as well. They were doing.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a car mat because I find that it's more stable than a towel, and it's really good at getting chalk off your shoes before you start.
I was so glad you said that. I used to do the same. In fact, whenever I destroyed a car for various reasons, I'd steal the mats out of it and just keep them. It's useful for certain things.
Oh, nice strategy.
Because I always use those, you know, those starter. Oh no, I thought Max fell there, but no, he just dropped back down. He kind of dropped out of shot. I thought he was gone, but no, he's all right. Yeah, they provide starter mats in boulder pads often, and I always lose them. Always. So Max is approaching what we know is a tricky sequence, but he seems to be dealing with it quite well here. Mia Krampel flips the left hand. So Mia Krampel holding on, doing well as she starts to traverse. And Max Berton makes the clips. He's cruised through what we saw to be a hard section for the men, but now he's fighting, finds the right, but only just. That left arm is drifting up towards his ears, and he goes. Max Berton is down. And we will wait and see where that leaves him on the score. He will move into second position with a 29 on that one. 34, the high point from Luka Potičar.
Again, that figure four seems to be very popular.
It's like the standard move, I think, through that.
It'd be interesting. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if the athletes read it as that originally when they were doing observation and chatting to each other.
Yes, they're very good at noticing moves which require a little bit of something different. I wonder if someone can do it without. Mia with a big clip. It's the scoreboard on the right now, so Zhang Kim's 42 is leading the way over her teammates, Cheon Kim. And straight into the toe hook for the right foot. Good work from Mia. Was a bit low on that, had to bump into the adjustment.
Really good flexibility on that high foot as well.
Yeah, she's brilliant at that, isn't she? And she's strong in flexible positions as well. There's no point just being flexible. You have to move off it as well.
Absolutely.
Flags blowing in the background. The unwind dropped down a little bit. And there's another pocket for the feet if she wants it. Hasn't used it yet. And now into the block print easily. And look at the time as well. Jaehyun Kim was at 1:29 when she got to this point. Mia Camprell, 3 minutes left. Oh, but she falls, so the time irrelevant eventually, and look how disappointed she is. A kick of the legs. We'll wait and see. And Dylan Countryman is climbing for the men. Let's watch this again. Lovely close-up of the small feet that she's standing on. Full focus. Very close, detailed shots. Down he comes. So, Dylan, I think he's trying to find out what his speciality is as he drops down. He's competed in boulder and lead throughout the years. He hasn't competed for a while. Salt Lake 2024 for boulder. So he's fighting, you would imagine, to find his way onto the American team more full-time.
First semi-final effort for this 20-year-old American.
Okay, through the first of the men's crux sequences then, but how much does it cost him in energy as he works through there? And then Victoria Meshkova comes on, a neutral athlete, and I remember her at the World Champs in Moscow. She's so well there, came out of nowhere. I think she won the double there as well. Qualified for the Olympics. All right, oh no, now that's interesting. What's going on here? Not sure what on earth's happening. So there's some debate from the team. Might be a timing issue, perhaps, but whatever's happened, she's been called down. And the judges are having a look now for whatever reason. She's been called forward. Not sure what is going on here. She's certainly looking like she doesn't want to leave the stage. It looks like she's being told to leave the stage. No idea what's happening on that one. And we fall. Dylan Countryman in the background falls, and Victoria leaves, looking quite upset as she exits the stage.
I feel like I haven't seen this much before.
No, I've never seen that before. All right, well, I'll let you know when I'm updated on that one. But interesting. Anyway, Dylan is down. 31, says on the score, but yeah, 31, so he moves into second position with that one. Now, I'm looking at the judges now. I haven't been updated about what's going on, but I'm watching Dylan Countryman now. His all right, so Dylan fell, slipped in that moment, up towards the crimps, which is blocked as well, just 3 fingers on that one. There is a big debate going on down on the stage about something. You'll be able to see it here, so you can see lots of judges. Now, one of them should be updating me at some point. Oh my, I've got no idea.
I've got no idea either. I mean, yeah, I haven't really seen this before. And I find it particularly interesting as well because I feel like with lead, there's no such thing as a false start. You know, you start from wherever you can reach, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, we will have a pause. There's still no ladies coming on. So I'm not sure if she's going to be allowed to compete or whether she was prevented from competing. Anyway, for the time being, let's work out the men. Shion Amata for Team Japan is out onto the stage. So Shion underway here. So Shion Amata was 11th in Wujiang. He is now all right, Shion underway then. And Shion into the 10 now. Makes the clip. And we are still waiting for the women's issue to be sorted out. I've requested to be told, and we'll find out in a minute. Right, Shion Amata then. Let's stick with him. He finds the left undercling. And into that tick mark nicely. And then he's hanging with a high foot on the wall here.
Very smart to not stand on that no-tex.
Yes, exactly. It's a danger, isn't it, down there, that no-texture surface. All right, now Victoria Meshkova is underway. I would believe it was some kind of a timing issue, so something to do with the clock not working properly. And that's why she was called down, but whatever issue seems to have been resolved. So, Shion Amata needs this big right-hand bump. Good work from him. Victoria Meshkova into the green section. Quite slopey up here, so you've got to be careful not to burn through your skin.
Looking very solid despite the setback as well. I feel like right before you go into a lead wall, the last thing you want is a technical issue because it would definitely mess with your head and your psychological space. Yeah, exactly that. So whatever happens, she's going to have to reset. And I think it is a timing issue. All right, so Shion Amata then on these crimpy section on that black volume, pushing him out. His right arm is drifting upwards. Shion Amata hits the 30 now. Meshkova makes the clip, and Shion Amata jumps, misses, and down he comes. And he looks up very disappointed with that one. Still very impressive though, because I feel like when you're really pumped, the last thing you want is a very poor sloper.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? And he flew through the air on that shot. Victoria Meshkova has this sort of knee scrub in on the right knee. Victoria Meshkova on the last clipping position. Two fingers in those deep pockets, then hits it with the two-finger drag, resets, back down. Important moment for her. Yeah, it was a timing issue, so they're going to have to be doing some manual timing from then on. So whatever's gone wrong with the system meant that obviously we don't want to start an athlete before we can be timing them. Huge issue on that one.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And although it's annoying that would have been for her, it's the right thing to do. So now, horizontal, matching that crimp. This is a big move, as we know. The pocket is up above her head. We saw Mattia Pozzi struggle with this move, but easy stuff from Victoria Meshkova. She will jump above Mattia Pozzi on that one. It might, psychologically, I mean, are you guys sort of taught how to deal with things that go wrong? Because it can happen, right? You, as an athlete,
all the time, yeah. And I mean, sports psychologists are very, very common for athletes as well. I think it's very important, very useful.
I know speed climbers literally do training sessions where they get called down at the last second. They have to go back and reset because it's something you have to learn.
Yeah, true. But I mean, when you're on the wall, you're just so locked in, I suppose.
Yeah, you just want to get on with it, don't you, for them?
Yeah, and I feel like you don't think a huge amount, especially with bouldering and lead climbing.
Lee Do-kyun there is underway. He was competing in boulder the other day. Let's see if he's recovered a little bit. Skin straight, Victoria Meshkova goes on the angle change for the head wall. Down she comes. So she dealt with that delay well. Managed to get her way through. This was the start down low. It's not too bad for the women, but it builds, as we said before. Dragging most of the holds through that part, and on the head wall, trying to stand up. The left arm was going. She had the right pretty well, and I think that was pure pump that brought her out.
I'd have to agree. I think the pump definitely builds up, and it gets so hard to deal with. It's also interesting as well as a climber, the more you climb and the more you develop your skills, the feeling of pump actually changes a fair amount.
Oh, really? In what way?
I mean, I found that when I started, it was a very numb sensation, but in recent years, it's been almost very fiery.
Okay.
Like it burns. I don't know. I mean, everyone's different. I've heard very different things.
Yeah, sure. That's interesting to hear. I don't know if that means you got stronger or weaker.
I'd like to think I've gotten stronger.
Yeah, fire is always good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, shows you're working really hard. That's interesting how you say that. I guess everyone notices it to a degree. You know, when you start a climbing trip and you feel pretty pumped out of your mind, by sort of 2 weeks into the thing, you're stronger and better, and you can recover better as well.
For sure.
So he has the toe hook now, all right, by that evolve sign. Locks off the left, finds the right.
The rotators have done a pretty good job at forcing that cut, but I'd love to see if anyone tries to resist it.
Unwinds. Good work. Anya Collet is underway for Brazil, and she's doing well in recent years as well.
I'm fairly sure she made her first semi-final in Wuzhang this year, right?
Yeah, 22nd in Wuzhang, and she was competing in boulder as well, so she's an all-rounder. She went 33rd in Bern, so very good from her. Lee Do-kyun slips on that sloper. Well, maybe being a boulderer doesn't help so much on this route. He's one of the best, and he couldn't find that either.
I mean, to be fair, getting 1 day's rest also isn't the best option.
No. Although, I was being told that for some of them, of course, they've actually had 2 days rest. Like if you're a specialist.
Oh, really?
Well, if you're a specialist, right?
Oh,
you had the quali, and you've had 2 days of boulder final. So it's hard one for them to balance, because you can't take that into consideration, obviously, that some athletes are less rested than others. You have to set a similar route, but
Absolutely.
I guess that's the price you pay for trying to win 2 comps. There aren't many competitions where you can get a double. It's here in Innsbruck this year. Heel hook for Anya. Looking good so far. Really good flexibility as well. She's got that left heel locked right in underneath that volume, then flicks it into the toe.
I mean, as you mentioned as well, strength with flexibility as well is what really matters.
Yeah, now holds on. Pockets to come. Finds that left. We know the Fig 4 is coming up as well. Will she have read this from the ground?
Welcome, Sasha Lehmann from Switzerland.
So Sasha Lehmann is out. This man is fully into the lead world at the moment. He used to compete in boulder, of course, but nowadays He's a specialist and very, very popular member of the circuit is Sasha Lehmann.
For sure. I'm fairly sure he's won gold before, no? In Innsbruck, I think a year or so back.
Yeah, I'll just have a little look exactly when. It was in... He won the Villars European Champs back in 24. But it's been a while. You have to go back quite a long way to find podiums here. It was Innsbruck 23 last time he won a gold medal. So he's due another one. Yeah, that famous moment when he was trying to qualify for the Olympics years ago, where he got out-timed on a move and couldn't quite make it. Anya is into this blue clipping position, the blue crosses, that indicates the last clipping position. Yeah, Sasha has the occasional moment where it doesn't quite go right, and he has many comps where he's just fantastic. The best result of last year was Bali, where he was 15. And since then, he hasn't been able to get back to the same level.
I mean, that definitely happens sometimes. Sometimes it's quite tricky to get into that flow of very consistent results.
And I guess psychologically as well, you know, once a few don't go your way, you start overthinking it a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, he's up to the first of the cruxes. Makes that clip just about, because it was almost at the edge of his reach on that one. And Anya creeps towards the head wall slowly, slowly. She's low on that one, but manages to reel it back in. Twists in and makes the clip, but she's breathing hard on the right-hand side of the wall here. Oh, yeah, and Sasha does go on the 20, so it claims someone else as well. Sasha breathing hard as he looks up. And down Anya goes. So Anya is down. Team Brazil might not make it through with that one. So we'll check the results. And for Anya, that is going to leave her down in 6th. So I think that's not going to be enough. Well, my goodness me, my ears have just exploded. Adam Ondra comes onto the wall. And now, he is a little bit unpracticed, I think you could say, in terms of comps. But he's the kind of man who has dealt with so much in his career that a little bit of ring rust might not be too bad for him. Seoul was his last competition, but the crowd would have been so disappointed if he hadn't made it into semis here today. He did that, and can you imagine, Maya, if it makes finals? I mean, they're going to erupt.
Oh my gosh, yeah, my ears would explode.
So here goes Adam Ondra.
Just incredible to see how much they get behind him.
It's awesome, isn't it? Adam then underway and climbing, as is Sarah Chopper, who came onto the scene early. She did fantastically well on the youth side of things, and it's good to see her. Adam is getting cheered through, and the crowd now start to build because they know that he's approaching this. Maya, for you, if you hear that crowd sort of reacting like that, would you be getting nervous knowing that you're approaching a hard point, or would you just sort of ignore it?
I think when you're actually on the wall, you get a bit of tunnel vision. Like, you don't really hear what's going on around you. I feel like, especially with Adam Ondra, he would be so focused and zoned in that I think just climbing is all that matters to him.
Yeah, and I guess they just cheer for his every move, but they're going to go wild if he gets through this sequence. They're holding their breath right now. Toe hook, and he has done it. And there, the crowd do react to him.
All eyes are on Adam right now.
They are. Sarah Chopper works her way through the green pinches now. Hits it with the right hand, sloping. Adam has a heel now. Oh, listen to the crowd. And for Sarah Chopper, I think if it was me, I'd be feeling quite cool right now. I'd be like, oh, I'll get cheered on.
I'm feeling the same.
Let's see if that can boost her at the same time. But Adam has hard sequences through this. Luka Potic's high point is looking more and more impressive, though, as the comp continues.
Adam looking very, very solid on that heinous slope.
Up he goes. Grabs that quick draw, adjusts it, it flicked over a little bit, he pulls it down. Sarah Chopper has the big four in nicely. Adam is in second at the moment, so approaching 34th, and every move is closer to a potential final, and the crowd knows it. He is ignoring that clip at the moment, though, so that might indicate that he's just trying to get a few more moves. I think he's pumped, but he is in first position with that, so 35 is his score. Raises his hands up to the audience, and he comes down. And listen to the hype for Adam Ondra.
Really hyping up the crowd. Amazing to see.
It is, isn't it? First position confirmed there. His score 36 now. Will that be enough from the man from Czechia?
Big smile on his face, so I'm sure he loved it.
Yeah, let's see a replay of this. Oh, he's deafening in here. One of the cool things about tennis stadiums is the noise sort of echoes all the way around. That was him staying calm and then down on the floor, skipping, smiling. And Sarah Chopper is still climbing, so let's see her. So, little flick over now. Tried to search for the toe and has now found it, but starting to look a little pumped to me. This is a big unwind. That's a long way, and she was low on that. It didn't look like she was entirely set for that move. Big reaction to Adam and Sarah Chopper. Not enough on the day here. She's looking rather annoyed as she checks the route again. Yeah, she was low on the unwind. She left herself, had to go a long way from right all the way left to try to find that pocket.
Yeah, such an unnecessarily physical move.
Yeah, so just not quite right for her.
I feel like with lead routes, the whole process is trying to make it as easy on you as possible. Like not going out of your way to make the moves any harder than they should be. Especially so early on.
Yeah, and you can see exactly what we were talking about there when she fell. So that's in Halenke reclimbing the route. Okay, so cleaning break time for the men. And the women's is running a little bit lower, so we'll carry on. Now, I'm so excited to see this lady compete. Molly Thompson-Smith is back on the world climbing stage. She's had two really big injuries in the last couple of years, requiring multiple surgeries. She's just competing in lead this year, and she did brilliantly in qualifying. I think it was 22 months since she last stood on that world climbing stage.
Gosh, that's a long time.
Yeah. And she'll be commentating with me for Prague in Innsbruck. She's going to be a little bit more of a permanent member of the team when she has time. Of course, she's still very much competing at the moment. And if you ask her, perhaps in a more quiet moment, she will tell you that she'd quite like to get the Olympics again, but she has achieved that goal, of course, in Paris.
Yeah, she did so well to get there as well.
So here is Molly. Let's see what she could do, and there's no kind of pressure for her as well. You know, she's back on the stage, she's feeling healthy, clearly she's feeling strong, but she needs to get up to 42. Top 8 is currently Mia Krampel's 24 after that low slip.
So impressive as well. You can see that Olympic rings tattoo on her arm.
I know, it's just such a stamp of approval, that one, isn't it? So Molly will have to keep it together, though. Finds the left toe, locks off that right shoulder nicely. Sits on that heel, turns it into a toe, finds the jib. Heel in.
Readjusted a fair bit as well, just to make that pocket a bit better than it is.
Yeah, the timing issue is fixed now, by the way, for the women, so that's good. Well dealt with by our judges there. That's a bit of a nightmare for them. Molly hasn't done the fig four, so a different method through there, which is cool. We did wonder whether it was possible the other way, and clearly it is.
A very smooth cross up into it as well.
.35 on the clock for Molly. No one getting timed out yet. In 8th now. Above Mia. Mia really did have a low slip, didn't she? So Molly, with toes in, takes a moment to shake here. Cuts loose, swings, holds the shoulder move. Small jibs and a little bit of a shake, but she's found the pocket. Checking that foot out before she committed to it. Finds the right pocket now.
Moving really efficiently as well. I haven't actually seen her match on anything in a hot minute.
This is a good run from Molly. 32 now on the board. Straight arm. The crowd really getting behind Molly here, which is cool. They know that they're watching a little bit of a legend of our sport. And look how calm she is as she finds the block crimp as well.
Such smooth one-arm shakes as well.
Yeah, very efficient, isn't she, mate? Right, angle change, though. And now we know the hit on this one is hard. She's low on it. Down she comes. It's very awkward that, because it's been blocked. I think she had, you know, the reach to go a little higher on that where the better part is, but you have to slot it in down low.
For sure, it means that your accuracy and your confidence actually moving up to that has to be quite good as well.
So let's wait and see. Let's see some of her results from that. That moves her up into 3rd position with a 37 plus. That was the knee shake. Full focus on the clips. And then let's see, she was just, yeah, right. I mean, she hit the part you needed to hit, to be fair. So, Molly Dunn in 3rd.
I know this is a bit ahead of time, but I'd be curious to see how Annie goes with the timing issue.
Yes, I agree with you. Annie, another one who occasionally has to battle with that clock. Yeah, so MC is just reminding the audience to drink fluids because it is quite warm. If you're in the stadium and not in a shady bit, it's a bit of a sun trap in here. I spent a lot of the time on the quali day wandering around it, slowly cooking.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a scorcher today.
Yeah, we've had a bit of everything this week in Prague. So the men's route is still being cleaned. They have to clean up to the high point. Ryu Nakagawa has one last look at what she's got to do before approaching the wall. Ryu was 10th in Wujiang, so just a couple of spaces outside of the podium. I don't know if the crowd are actually appearing. The crowd are cheering the route setter who's cleaned the route. That's why they were.
Oh, really?
I was like, what's going on?
Oh, good on him, honestly.
Yeah, fair play to him. Well done, sir. So, Ryu finds the crimps. 3-finger drags. Drags. I'm obsessed with drags at the moment. I keep talking about
I love 3-finger drags.
But I wasn't aware of how much you guys are using 3-finger drags compared to closed crimps. So I guess it uses less energy, I don't know.
I mean, I've done strength tests and I could be wrong, but I know a lot of athletes where their three-finger drags are actually stronger than half crimping.
I find it fascinating. Personally, I've always trained a half crimp, but it turns out I maybe shouldn't have done.
I mean, I think it's good that three-finger drags are strong, but you shouldn't be reliant on it, because I guess if you do a half crimp and you fall out of it, at least you know that your three-finger drag will catch it.
Yeah, true. So, first athlete after the cleaning break, and that's a nice place to be in, isn't it? Psychologically, you know that everything's fresh for you.
Yeah.
Hyun-Sung No, South Korea.
It's always very reassuring.
Yeah, I mean, but also you kind of got no excuses, do you? It's like, well, there's nothing wrong with the route, sir. Ryu Nakagawa used the Fig 4. Most people have. It's not often I say that. Usually a Fig 4 is something that a few use, and it usually doesn't work. But for this route, it seems to be the meta through that.
I'd be interested to see if that was the intended from the route setters, actually.
Certainly it wasn't mentioned to me, but they seem to have read it together, discussed it together. Molly didn't need it, so there's obviously a few ways through it.
I mean, even if it wasn't, it's an interesting turn of events for sure.
We like to see different things on our walls. So Ryu crosses under. This next move is a bit tricky for some. She's seems to be approaching it very low as well. Big unwind, lock off, but no problems for her. Hyun-Sung No is looking a bit grabby down low at the moment. Sort of snatching for holds quite in a stabby way. And I'm just being told something. So the reason I was surprised that Mia Krupp was so low, because I swear she got higher. She was downgraded.
Oh, was she?
Past the clipping position. That's what I'm being told. Just double check that.
Very smoothly into the box.
Ryu falls, 2:31 on the clock. Head in her hands, she hits the floor as well. She looks disappointed out there. It does make sense. When I was looking at the score, I was like, I swear she got much, much higher than that. Yeah, apparently she made a movement after the blue cross hold, so where the clipping position is intended to be. That's where she made a movement after, so she was downgraded to that blue cross, and that's why she is so low down. So, Hyun-Sung No cuts loose, finds the left, move out right as well. Scoreboard for the men. Adam Ondra leading the way. He cuts loose. Oh, and look at this from Hyun-Sung No. His elbows are drifting upwards, crosses in underneath. And a big move required here, and a few have been caught out by this, and he doesn't look in the correct position yet. Can he find a place to rest? Because he's going to have to get something back if he wants to do this. I think he's in big trouble. Left hand. Surely he can't unwind off this. No, you could see that coming, couldn't you, Maya?
His elbows were just flaring so much. It's a really strong indicator that someone is royally pumped.
Yeah. Hands on his hips there. Well, that was the clip before. Yeah, he looked a little unsure down low. Seemed to recover about the midsection, but caught out there.
Yeah, I think it definitely pays to be very, very efficient and good with your movements, and very decisive as well.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it wrong quickly. Hannah underway for Japan now. Hair blow, she looks so chill. Very calm and a very dramatic shot. Up she goes to the crimp.
One thing that I find interesting is that ever since they sort of announced that Boulder and lead is split for LA, the amount of lead specialists that have come through is amazing.
Yeah, it's like they got a new lease of life, wasn't it? And they have, they've waited a long time for it. It was speed, boulder and lead at the first Olympics, lead and boulder for the second, with speed a separate discipline, and now in a pretty amazing move, the IOC gave us more medals. Marcus Skolaris, the World Climbing President, working hard behind the scenes to secure that one. Right, Zento Murashita for Japan. Big Japanese presence in this semi-final. Yeah, Zento 16th in his first World Cup of the year. DJ doing well. A lot of people have been mentioning how much they enjoyed the DJ.
It was pretty good last night, I won't lie, for women's finals.
Yeah, he did a good job. It was certainly a fun atmosphere in the stadium last night, and it's continued into the tennis stadium today. Right, finds the 10 to Zento, nice and chill at the moment. And the difference from here on some, no, you can really see this down low. He was very stabby on his moves, and look at the Zento just placing the hands and serving some more energy. She's passed, Hannah has passed the Fig 4 move on the right of your screen. Quite a breeze picking up now. Flags are waving.
Those little balls of fluff are flying everywhere.
Yes, everywhere now. You wouldn't want to breathe too deeply on the wall and suck one in. I did that earlier, actually. I nearly choked in the commentary box. Straight into my mouth. Luckily, there wasn't a spine on it. Hannah cuts loose, flicks the feet down low.
I've seen a lot of people do that almost like piano match on the crimp.
Yeah, so why would you do that? What's that for?
Personally, I wouldn't. I feel like the more you match, the more energy it takes, and you know, time and energy is vital for lead, especially. I really liked what Molly did, where she almost like crossed underneath and then came out and bumped straight up to the 30. Mm-hmm. Like that was very smart.
Yeah, so the piano match is when you're kind of, well, if you're playing a piano, right, you're moving your fingers across the keys, so you're like just adjusting your fingers into that hole. I get it. Hannah hits the pocket. Oh, that was a little bit awkward, that cut loose. She did manage to bring the feet back through. And that calm face has got a little bit more grit in it right now as she starts to work hard. Zento rotates. This is a move that's caught a few. He looks in a much better position for it. It's all about getting those feet really twisted, the body over towards the right-hand side before you do the move, rather than doing it in one movement all the way through from the left. Hannah clicks the draw on the angle change. That clip keeps getting in the way when they move the arm over the top. Look at this from Hannah. She is doing really well up towards the 40. Zento falls just past the hard move, obviously costing him a bit. Hannah now up to third with 39.
Oh, that left elbow flaring ever so slightly as well.
Yeah, she's dropping down, look, to rest. Up to 40, she's only just on that. Now makes the adjustment to close off the crimp a bit more. Fights in the clip, 42 seconds as well. Everything is against her. She moves into second with 40. Right toe in, she will fall. Hannah gets a big round of applause. She checks the score, 41 now, second place for her. She seems happy with that one, doesn't she?
Yeah, looks a little bit disappointed, but...
It was interesting, that phase. Because she seemed really happy, and then
I think that you can feel happy but disappointed simultaneously. Like to be really proud of something but think, oh, you know, I could have done that a little bit better.
sounds like the way people describe me. That was her looking down at the clock, shaking those arms. And then that fall. Well,
I mean, it's interesting as an athlete. It seems like, oh, they have such strong ambitions that enough is almost never enough.
Yeah, Helena Janicko used to do that all the time. They'd be really disappointed. And I asked her once, like, you know, you did really well, why are you sad? And she was like, well, I didn't finish the route, so why would I be happy? And it's a very sort of borderline destructive tendency to think that.
And sometimes even when people top things like, oh, you know, I could have done this better, I could have done that, I could have saved energy here, and it's like, well, you know.
I know what you mean. Right, Jakob Schubert is underway. The man has won Olympic medals, he's won World Championship medals, he's done it all. He's a veteran of the circuit, adores climbing. You know, Paris underway for Japan. Jakob, this is his sort of first comp back. He's testing the waters for 26. He had that injury in 25. And Yuno on the right, very new to the scene. She's only done 2 World Series events before this. One was in Hachiochi back in 2017. And then Wu Zhang this year. So either moving away from the scene or not making the squad, which is easy to do with Team Japan, who have such depth in their squad. Jakob hits the 20 then. Oh, and Jakob fighting immediately here. Wants to move away from that sequence as fast as possible, and he's very good at changing pace when he needs to.
I think that pacing, especially for lead climbing, is very important. Like moving slow through challenging sections and, you know, to save energy, moving quick through slightly easier sections. So I wouldn't really say that there is an easy section on this route.
Yeah, but when he was in trouble, he just sort of went, yeah, like speeding away from a problem. And look at this from Jakob, straight into the twist. Right, he's got a clip off this bad slope, and most of the time from underneath, so different position for Jakob. Oh, you know, just finds that right hand. She's very low on it with a high toe. Jakob pushing on, finds the sloper as well. They'll have to readjust the quick draw. Almost everyone has done that. You fire into it first and it just puts the quick draw over your shoulder.
Really good drop knee though. I feel like drop knees and heel hooks are a lead climber's best friend.
So Jakob Schubert moves to 4th position with 32. Yuno sideways. She does a big cut loose, another way through that. It's all about trying to make room for the foot and the hand. So you either do it with a fig 4, you do it as Molly did, just by sort of crossing, or you do what she did and cut loose. Jakob hits towards the head wall now. He's on 33. Every move, the crowd are applauding now. They would love to see him up with Adam, and he's just below Adam's 36 high point. We'll wait and see, and Jakob moves into the lead with 37, jumps above Adam Ondra.
I'd be amazing to see them both in finals.
I'd love that. Jakob, though, will be a guarantee. He'll go to the side of the stage and he will find someone who will just talk for about 20 minutes about that route. He always does it. So, you know now. Cruxing, first real cruxing move for the women here. This move to the pocket. Little handshake. Ooh, didn't like it that time. Drops down, pastes the foot on the wall. Really changes, so this is... I'm not sure if she's trying to find a rest or trying to change her position to make the move.
I think she crimped the block a little as well and then moved her hand down.
Yeah, maybe. So maybe she just wanted a better position and she's worked it out.
I mean, it avoided the piano match. Yeah,
true. So good in-the-moment adjustment from her. Up to 9th now with 31. That's our leaderboard there on the right. So 33 now. Joan Kim at the top early on, 42 for her. You know, hits provisional finals place with that move. Philip Schenk walks on for the men. Oh, elbow's going. She hits the move that caught out Molly, though. And you do want to move your right hand up to the middle of that yellow sloper.
Oh, for sure. That's the best part of the hold. You wouldn't want to hit it not much higher or lower.
All of that. Yeah, I think you have to hit it low, and you've got to bump it like she did. It would be quite a task to hit it in the middle in one move. Nina says thank you. She leaves the stage. Oh, wow, that is a good shot of just how awful the crimps are. There's no sort of positive edge on that one. Jakob falling on the cross. I haven't talked to him much this weekend. I said hello, but I bet if we asked him, he would say he's not really in shape. He's finding his way back. He always says that, and then he just does amazing things in the most high pressure of situations. Philip Schenk is climbing. As we watch the last moment from Juno. And there he is, taking a breather before the traverse left, where the crux waits at the end of this traverse on the 20.
I don't want to jinx anything, but I'd really love to see him make headwall, because I feel like his fight when he makes headwall is always so impressive.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen it in Wushang this year and Wushang last year as well. It's just amazing.
He starts screaming, doesn't he? Oh, look at that, cuts loose. That, I mean, there's a crux down here, and then there's another cruxy sequence through those the side pull slopers when we traverse from teal to red and black in a minute. Jakob Schubert's given the plus as well, so 37 plus for him now. Annemonde on 36. Max Berton is in a dangerous position on 29. So through the crux, nice and easy. This is where Jakob suddenly started accelerating. Philip Schenk is a little bit more steady. The women's route is being cleaned right now. So halfway through the women's, but quicker on the men's. So the unwind for Philip Schenk. Does it the more powerful way that he's in, and he hasn't made the clip. He's got to do it from this position. Look at that hand, fully flat on the sloper, trying to get as much skin involved as possible. Has a look at his own hand there. It's like, I'm amazed he's sticking there.
But these next couple of moves, it really ramps up in physicality.
He's resting where not many people have rested. Finds the 30, twists in again. He'll have to pick the pace up through here. He wants to get out of this situation quickly. The adjustment needed, he's going to have to take that behind his own shoulder, which is a bit awkward.
Such a solid drop knee.
Yeah, you're right. Looks very comfy, actually, in that position. This is good run from Philip Schenk. He's in 5th at the moment, but looks like he's setting himself well for the next part. And makes the double flip from that position. Right, block crimps to come. Got to be accurate through this section. no, he falls. That was a bit strange. It's like he went up and then tried to save it by dropping back on the left hand.
Yeah, it almost looked as if the hold was slippery, although we know it's been brushed very recently.
Yeah, I'll see a replay of it. It was odd. I think he was about to wrong hand himself. He certainly tried to drop down and save it. But yeah, it was interesting. Oh, the audience have now fully filtered in on our Sunday morning still, but only just. And hopefully if you're watching at home, you're enjoying proceedings. We are more than halfway through the men and women's semi-final here in Prague. The boulder competition concluded last night. And remember everyone, the World Climbing Club, free to watch on YouTube. With behind-the-scenes interviews, some cool little features along the way, and the highlights from all the live broadcasts if you didn't catch them. And then Lena Drapela, our official photographer. We've actually got a feature coming with Lena in today's show, which should be out soon, so you can find out how one of our official photographers does their job on the ground. Okay, Sam Avezou is out. He was competing in boulder as well. And he picked up 4th place the other night, so just outside the podium for him. It's been a while since he's seen this route, so he'll just remind himself. And the women's route is being cleaned, about halfway through that process, so a way to go before we will have Ina on next. Sam Avezou then. There's the 10. That's the first indication to you guys watching at home. It's and for the athletes, I guess, you know where you are. I like it when they do that, though. It sort of gives you an idea of the sections of the routes. And often these routes change in difficulty between the colour changes as well. Now Sam reaches under. Oh, this is a powerful way to do it. He's not using the toe hook underneath, he just campuses into position. That was risky. Very, very risky, especially with that right foot still on the no-tex as well. But yeah, you're right. I think the colours are definitely indicative of different sections. It was something we saw start to come in. I think it was taken to the extreme a couple of years ago. I remember Innsbruck, but it was like every section was more and more outrageous colours. There was sparkles. It was
really?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It was good.
Like those Zebra Rock City volumes?
Yeah, I honestly can't remember. They do a few. They do like a cheetah one, tiger one,
oh gosh,
leopard one. A bit more conservative today. Lots of blues, lots of reds, a couple of teals.
Easy on the eyes.
It is, isn't it? It's relaxing for us Sunday morning. Sam Avezou with a flick over to the left. Sam flicks again. This is sort of such bouldery style of doing this. He makes the clip, so there's seen two different ways through here. You either make the clip afterwards off this side full sloper with your feet up on the right, or you clip in underneath. Both seem equally efficient to me. Philip Schenk spent a while here, and Sam Avezou will shake as well. Maya, there's not many rests on this, are there?
No, I don't think so at all. I think power endurance is very important for this one. If you do rest, you have to be prepared to do so on a really nasty hold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, occasionally we see a hold that's designed for a resting moment. Often after a dyno move, where it's a bigger jug, and they'll know that they can hang on there. I haven't really seen a comfortable position for the men.
Usually, I think before or after a very crutzy move.
Sam Avezou is 3 minutes on the clock.
I think rests also allow climbers to sort of mentally prepare.
Sam touched the wrong bit there. He went out with the right hand onto that hold we saw Philip Schenk slip on. I think he should have gone out right onto the sloper, sort of on the black volume, on the red volume. So in 6th for Sam Abazu, that'll be a risky place, but we're starting to get down to guaranteeing finals places here. 7, so Jakob Schubert is guaranteed, which is cool, so he'll climb in the final. And there's one more athlete needed before their hero Adam Ondra will get in as well. The women were running slower on that route, and there was that delay. Our route setter is doing a sterling job of cleaning up the route, and he's nearly done now. So yeah, a bit risky for Sam. We're right in the middle, an island, as you can see, river either side, a BMX track in the background, skate park next door, tennis courts around us. It's a little feast of sport for us all. There our crowd. Ticket to a hot property for this event. Okay. Ao Yurikuza comes out. Another Japanese athlete making it through. Yeah, Ao, a true lead specialist. Last time he did a boulder comp was in the FISU Games, which is a university competition back in 24. Since then, he's fully focused on lead. He's won an Asian Cup before. Started off in China in 12th position. So underway, our route setter gets a round of applause as he leaves. The next athlete, Ina, comes on from France. There she is. She's been doing a lot of climbing. I keep bumping into her in twice now in gyms in Prague.
I think I bumped into her a few times in China, actually, after Wuzhang.
Yeah, she's one of those athletes who likes to do lots of climbing around. Others like to rest a little bit more. She certainly keeps herself moving. All right, just underway now. Athlete getting the freshest set of holds, apart from the first climber, obviously. Ow, accurate on the black box. We saw Sam do this a really physical way. Ao is way more static with his method, and I think that is the better way. You know, bumps the hand up towards the 10. Ao is on the first crux here. He tried to clip and then adjusted. Yeah, so it's guaranteed that Jakob Schubert is in the final. And Adam Ondra is so close as well. That'll be a very cool moment if he makes it.
I mean, he'd just be holding his breath right now.
Yeah. And knowing Adam, he won't necessarily have expected that, but it's a good indication that he's in form. And Adam has done a lot of outdoor bouldering recently. I think he's climbed 3 V15s recently.
That's mad impressive.
It's kind of odd, isn't it, that he's sort of in boulder shape as he comes into the lead season, but hey, I'm not going to tell him. Ina about to traverse left. Let's see how she does it. Fig 4, cut loose, match. There's a few ways. Into the 20 now for her. And Ao's elbows are drifting. He needs to get this locked in. Good rotation now. I think he's recovered something. Ina has it different again. She looks for a heel hook on the right. This is going to cost her. She campuses in. She hasn't made that clip. Could be in some trouble.
Hasn't made the figure 4 as well.
No, and she's going to have to pop for the pocket. I think she's in big trouble here. Houdini swap just about holds this. Those legs are kicking in the air. She finds the pocket, but she's going to have to get her foot involved somehow to make this clip. Oh, that would have cost her dear.
Well, she's going to have to find a way to recover from that. Because moving forward, she won't have a lot of energy left.
Ao falls. Yeah, exactly. She is trying to rest, but it's not the best place to rest. So Ao is in 8th, so yeah, we've got an Adam in, haven't we? We've got an Adam in. You know what I mean. Yeah, Adam is in. Cool.
Oh, good on him. He'll be so happy with that.
Yeah, I think word will spread in the stadium. Will fill up even more after that. Ina has spent a long time recovering after that very, very close near slip. She was gone by any rights. Somehow pulled that one back. But has she got anything left? Moving quickly now. Climbing slowly as she takes time between these moves. There's hold 30 above her head. This is a powerful one, though. She's got a knee bar, and this is good from her. No, it wasn't good enough. It was a last desperate knee bar. And by the way, a steam train has just passed us.
Oh, gosh.
I know you guys can't see this on camera, but I've never had that happen. There's a railway line right next to the stadium and a full steam train. Like coal-powered steam train. I have never seen that before.
Looks like for the Aussies back at home, Puffing Billy.
Puffing Billy. Tell me about Puffing Billy.
It's just this massive steam train out in regional Victoria.
Okay.
Oh.
Puffing Billy. That was so weird. I just looked left and suddenly there's a steam train. So this was Ina where she nearly lost it here. Super low, and those legs were just kicking. Look how much she had to campus up. But it cost her. You could see she needed, this was where she wanted to get a knee bar in, but wasn't good enough for the shape she wanted, and she knows, doesn't she? Yeah.
Very good fight, though, considering.
It was, wasn't it? Okay, Giovanni Placchi comes on for Italy, and then for the women, Tiasani Arila from Indonesia. Giovanni now, he's fighting. Cuts loose, drops those feet down to the no texture.
Right. Campuses through that section.
So she makes the frog squatting down on those small crimps. 55th in the Wujing, so big improvement for her. And this is...
I love frog squatting, especially for lead climbing. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's the position her legs are in. Imagining a frog literally when it swims or sits, the way its legs are kind of bowed outwards. That's what we're talking about. This is only her second ever World Series senior event as well. Done a lot of youth Asian championships, but big breakthrough for her here. Giovanni has double toes locked in. Now spaces out towards the volume, cuts loose again on these bad crimps. I love this shot of the sloper. It's not really a crimp like regular crimps are, that. It's sort of a sloper crimp. Giovanni looking good at the moment.
And on the right side, we can also see from Indonesia.
Rests in this position. Oh, Giovanni goes. Wow, this route is pretty tough for the men. We've seen no one going anywhere near the top. And Luka Potichar then will be guaranteed in as well. Giovanni down in 8:30 plus. I'm not sure with that one if it's going to be enough. With Satoni, Neo, Alberto, Serrato and Putra to come. Big names there. All right, she's rested her way through the route when no one else has found rests.
I'm not sure if you caught that as well. I'm fairly sure there might be a blocker in there as well.
On
in
where her two hands are?
Yeah, in the big teal pocket.
How mean. Guess they didn't want her doing that. She's found a way to toe hook it though. To heel hook it though. Out she goes. Well, she's used all the rests available, but will it translate to the route? Because she's still quite a way up to that bouncy move for the 30.
From Japan. You can welcome him on the podium. On the stage, on the wall, and
Right, there is that move coming up. I'm not sure if she's resting to recover or resting because she's pumped it.
I mean, she's still got 3 minutes to go, so I don't think it's too big of a strain on the clock, but...
Yeah, so you think it's just, this is tactical more than anything?
I think so. I'm curious to see how much energy it would actually save her by the time she hits that wall.
Yeah, but she's certainly found resting positions that no one else has looked at. No texture for the feet now. She smacks that right foot back on. And again, another rest. Really interesting stuff from her. Timing it different from anyone else. Well, it's clearly working though. Finds the left for 30. And there is Satomi Yoshida. Those strapping on his wrist is because he had an injury way back in the day, and he finds it better for stability. He was just outside of the podium in Wuzheng in 4th. A very good climb. Nicely through there. Look at this from Alma. Really nice. Well, those rests paying off there, I think, because it's...
I do think that looks really solid.
Clips are in now. High up, and she bounced straight into that hole. Really well done from her. Satomi has, I think it's a left heel in underneath there. That's a bit different as well. Team Indonesia's lead squad has got better and better as the years go by.
They've really developed.
Yeah. We need them for speed specialists, of course. Oh, that's close though. She falls right. That will leave her in 5th with 39. Just underneath Jaeon Kim, who had a brilliant round early on. She was 2nd out. She's still in the finals position. Now she's upgraded to 3rd. So 39 plus means 3rd for her. Awesome stuff. And the crowd are going to start screaming again because another hometown hero, Michaela Smetanova, will come out next for the women. Satomi Yoshida, meanwhile, drops those arms down. You have to hold it in a very locked off, sort of square on position and then relax when you come into the undercling.
Oh, for sure. I think that move you almost have to flare your elbows intentionally. To sort of flick off the momentum with your feet as well.
We've seen a lot of athletes do that, haven't we, through that. That's our leaderboard. Jakob Schubert, Adam Ondra, 2 big talking points. And Luka Popovic guaranteed as well now. Up towards the 30. And that reaction you can hear is that Michaela Smetanova has come on to the stage. There she is. Yeah, the Czech climbing audience is very passionate and fairly critical online. It's hard to be a Czech climber sometimes. They expect a lot. Satomi Yoshida falls. Yeah, they expect a lot from their athletes, and the pressure is unrelenting for some of them.
It always feels quite important to then almost block the crowd out sometimes.
So Satomi Yoshida is in 5th. Yeah, 5th, just a plus behind Philip Schenk. Let's see some of his highlights then. That was past just before the crimps. And that was, some really good footwork from him. Laces wrapped around the bottom of the shoe. Let's see where he fell, just not quite holding the unwind. So, after all that cheering, all that clapping, she's now got to perform. Right foot up. right hand on the side. Flicks the left. Very accurate to find that jib on the slope hook. Neo Suzuki then, and I do love watching this man climb. He's a gold medalist already from this year in Wujiang, so he's at the top of the Euroholds overall standings with 1,000 points. Little jumping up and down to activate himself. Michaela is just about hits that pocket. Makes the flip, and it's hard sequence to come. She's looking a bit unsure here as she starts to figure it out. No feet, that right foot's dragging across. She's in some trouble, has to drop down. She still wants a foot in. She's going to have to do this awkward heel hook on nothing, on that side pull. She's in some trouble. Looks for the jam for the left. That's not going to work. She's still in a locked off position. Crosses through with the right, but only just. I don't know if she can get herself out of this position though, because the left now is going to be kind of backwards. Oh, she finds the crimp. Okay. And the knee. So yeah, deep breath from Michaela there. That was very, very close from her.
She was pushing off the little grey blocker for the bolts as well.
Yeah, it was desperation time in that moment. All right, she needs to recover. She'll have a moment hanging off there with that half knee bar, half knee scrub. She looks down just to check the clock, but she has got time. She can rest here.
Gets in a fairly solid knee bar as well.
Looks all right. She's made it look good compared to everyone else. All right, she's got to press on though. Has she recovered enough? Out with the left into the pocket. Finds the next sloper. Meanwhile, Neo Suzuki is entering the men's first crux. Audience are clapping along with the tune here. Very accurate on the left. I think she has recovered something.
I mean, she'll definitely need it for the upper sections.
Yeah, well, this is the move to see if she has. She obviously has, so good work from her. And a heel hook. She'll be able to sit on this heel hook for a while. Neo Suzuki approaches this square on, elbows flared situation you were talking about, decides to cut loose. That actually looked pretty good.
Really very solid on this lower section.
Yeah, didn't he? Yeah, he chose to sort of cut loose, and I think actually that saved him some energy rather than cost him. All right, Neo is on the sloper. And look at her on the head wall, finds the side pull now. She's climbed herself, not quite into finals yet, but she's close. Hasn't made that clip though, down by her right ankle, and she's gonna have to drop down to do it. Now she's up to 7th on 38 on the scoreboard, but she's not done this clip. And I don't think big fall from her, but that will leave her. We'll just reset. Oh, we wait for the score. It's not working. 7th at the moment. So on the edge with quite a few to come still. Neo Suzuki, meanwhile, is up towards the head wall. And look at this from Neo Suzuki, doing really, really well. He's up to 2nd now, so jumps over Adam Ondra, crosses through. Has he got some fight left for the head wall? Not quite. And he hadn't got that bottom clip, actually, as well, so he was going for pure points there. So good work from Neo Suzuki. Should be enough. Well, is enough. He's through. Just 3 to go for the men. Alberto Hines Lopez, Ratu Anraku and Putra Ramadani. And that was Michaela. What a save from her. I mean, I guess that's a bit of home crowd sort of strength that she found. Because
for sure.
She was in a lot of trouble, wasn't she, when she...
A home crowd is always so lovely. It makes me excited for the day that Australia can host a World Cup, actually.
I also cannot wait for that. I very much want to come to Australia. There are some places where work is a bit more than work. And I think Australia will be one of those, you know. It'll be good.
True.
Bali was a bit like that. This was Neo crossing through on the head wall. And that was him coming back down to the ground. Job done for Neo Suzuki. He will climb again. So, Zelia Avazu, and she was competing as well last night. So she is underway again, having to pick herself up. She was 7th last night, so couldn't quite get to the gold that she got on the first competition. Had a couple of tricky things last night. There is Alberto Quinones Lopez. Spanish superstar, and he really is a superstar as well.
I mean, as an Olympic gold medalist, you'd hope so.
Yeah, exactly. And he came in Tokyo back when it was the triple event, lead, speed and boulder. And he's stopped doing boulder now, so lead specialist, trains out of Barcelona. And Zelia Avazu, I'd be fascinated to see if she's got any energy left. She gave everything last night. It's amazing, isn't it, how, I mean, you are one of these athletes who compete day after day, but how do you do this?
Oh, just a really good amount of sleep, I think.
Just a lot of coffee.
I actually don't drink coffee.
Do you not drink coffee?
No.
Oh, I don't think I could survive my life without coffee. I mean, I could stop whenever I want, of course. Just get the shakes.
I'm sure, though, that with a lot of practice, her recovery would be spot on. Like, I know everyone's got their own individual process that works for them.
Zelia cuts loose, and the difference in that boulder power is quite obvious there. A lot have struggled with that method, but she doesn't at all.
That would save her a lot of energy as well.
Yeah, it's okay to do a move in a powerful way, as long as you kind of get it done quickly. Don't mess around on it. She didn't there at all, straight through. Alberto looking a little bit wobbly at the moment. Now finds that jib. Feet through. Zelia will rest on the pockets, looking comfortable right now. Neo, by the way, the score was 37 plus. I think it was upgraded because he's now up in first. Occasionally, either the system doesn't quite update or judges will maybe have a little look at stuff. He's moved into first position. So Zelia, that's the heel, look at that, great shot. Really sticky stuff from Zelia Avazu.
Very solid hill.
Alberto's into the sloper. Pockets for Zelia.
I love twisting in and out of two different drop knees. It's always very cool to watch.
It's satisfying stuff, isn't it?
Yes.
Look at that big split move. That's satisfying. Alberto goes. Ooh, that's not what he wanted. Are we about to not see him again? I'm waiting for the scores at the moment. Yeah, 10th on my score. Alberto, with a shake of his head, does not make a finals for the first time in a long time here. Wow. But Zelia, on the other end of things, is climbing really well.
Yeah, she needs to make that clip, though.
Oh, yeah. Zelia Where is
Very
she?
smooth.
That says 7th, so 38. But that's the 40 hold, so it's a few more than that as we wait for the score to go up. Cruising now into the pockets. Now she's still not been upgraded on the score, but she's very high. Crosses down. Down she falls. Tricky stuff from Zelia. That score not being updated, but our scores are 43, means that she takes the new high point. Zelia with a smile on her face. I mean, look, we talked about recovery. It just blows my mind that she can climb 4 boulders last night, multiple attempts, come in here and get a high point. Just wild stuff.
Absolutely crazy. I mean, as I said, she'd have a process, like recovery process, like absolutely down to a T.
She actually, it's interesting you say that, because she was immediately she left the stage. When I left the arena last night, she was under the bridge here, getting a sort of a recovery massage on her arm straight away, like immediately into the next phase.
Ah, yeah, that do wonders, honestly.
Yeah. So as you say, she had that process locked in. Early down, looks up. Cool. All right, well, we're progressing. And now another athlete who competed, Sarato and Raku, winning an unprecedented 4th gold medal for the men's boulder competition. 4 in a row. No one for the men's side has done that before. And he's had a day to recover, so I'm expecting Sarato to be pretty good here. So Sarato comes down to the no texture, drops in nicely, no drama from him. And then Ella Fisher from the USA. Sarato drops down, holds the pinch. Yeah, Ella's just 19 years old. She did really well in Wuzhang as well, 9th. I was chatting to Josh Larson about her, and yeah, she's certainly an up-and-comer, one they're bringing up onto the senior side of things. Sarato, a little bit of a flick to get into position. Sarato with a drop knee toe hook. Jib for Ella. Sarato looks like he's good there. Now, that right, we've seen a close-up of where his right hand is. It's a terrible hole, but he's just resting and hanging.
Oh, it's really bad, yeah. I mean, it's one of those flat holes. I wouldn't call it a crimp. It's just got a very flat edge.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think I said earlier, that slopey crimp, but no one really takes it like a crimp.
Yeah.
Oh, Ella with a long reach back above her head to clip that. Our drone shot of the stadium, you can see. Really nice place to view it. And if you go on the edge as well, unlike some stadiums, you get a great view, actually, because of the fact you climb with the climbers. Our cameramen were loving it, because they just take a couple of steps up and suddenly you're at the same level. Very helpful. Oh yeah, you can see the blocker now that she's going to. Do you think it's a blocker or it's actually just a jib for the hands then?
I'm actually not too sure. There was another angle that I saw of it where it might be attached to like the hold itself, so maybe not a blocker, but something that actually helps.
Yeah, I think it might just be a jib to give you a little bit of something to hold on to. Left hand on the crimp there, just cruise through that move, wow. Will Ella be able to make her first World Series finals? Sarato is doing well on the left-hand side. Up to 9th now, so a couple of places off finals places, and now into 6th with 33. Sarato sitting on that left toe.
Very smooth. You just need to cross under nice and slow.
Oh, he gets caught out by that move, but in 3rd place, Sarato will continue, so we will see him again. Our top three now, Neo, Jakob and Serato. Good work from Serato. Now this is Ella below the head wall. She rotates through. Pocket number 1. Up towards the pockets below the head wall. There is the metal on the head wall. You don't want to be standing on that, but it just kind of pushes the back of the plywood. Up towards the 40 now for Ella. I think we've got
really
the...
fighting now.
Yeah, wrong... seems to be Mia Oyagi for some reason moving up. That's not correct, but Ella Fisher is in 4th at the moment. It's saying Mia Oyagi as her name, but it's not, it's Ella. Has the right foot into the dish.
Skips the crimp and goes straight up to the pocket, actually.
Yeah, it's good work, isn't it? She's coming very close here.
Yeah, she seems on the taller side as well, so it seems to be working in her favour.
Yeah, I haven't got her height exactly. Oh, down she goes. So Ella Fisher is in 4th place with 40. She looks fairly content with that one, and she should be as well. Seven to go, so that means Zelia Abazu is guaranteed a place for the women. And for the men, one last climber to come. The women's route climbing slower than the men's. Men's has lower cruxes. And Putra is underway. We're watching a replay of Serato, who had to work hard, didn't he? Grimacing his way just before he fell on the cross-through moves. All right, so Putra Ramadani is on the wall. He was our top qualifier. Jessie Piltz has just walked on as well for the women. Putra was one spot off the finals in Wujiang. He did make the finals in copper though, so he's got some experience of the big stages. Jessie Piltz, of course, has all of the experience of the big stages. Double Olympian.
I mean, as you can see on her ankle there.
Yes. The tattoos are in. Now, there is an appeal coming through on Adam Ondra, apparently. Now, I'll let you know when that comes through. So, Putra, elbows out, drops back down. Jessie Piltz looks up above her head. Big move to a blind-ish crimp, finds it now.
Super accurate to the crimp as well.
Left hand up as well. All right, so Putra finds that right side pull, big drop knee in. Left hand as well from Putra. He hits the move, which means the quick draw flicks over your arm. It's a bit awkward to clip it. He decides to drag it down. Good shot of Jessie Piltz as she comes into the pockets. Yeah, Adam Ondra is under appeal. I'm not sure what it's for yet. Interesting. Whether that's an upgrade or a downgrade. Jessie Pilz goes fig 4 method.
Very efficient as well, immediately reading it.
All right, Jessie's hair blowing in the wind here as she finds the crimps. Got a way to go before she guarantees herself a place, though. Putra, meanwhile, is getting closer and closer. Oh, just thumb saved him there. Oh, and he falls. Right, let's wait and see. And this is Jessie now. She drops down, shaking and resting in this position. So Adam Ondra is trying to upgrade his score to 36 plus, so the appeal on his behalf. And there is Jessie, low on the pockets at the moment, stares above her head. Jessie Pilz would love to get her way back into a final here. It's where she's so used to being, and she's currently still outside of it at the moment, so work to do for her. She's in 14th and 31. Just a mono there, look at that. Had room for two fingers, I think, but she decided to mono it. And that appeal has been rejected, so Adam's score stays as it was.
Even with the plus, though, I think looking at his rank, it wouldn't have actually changed his rank at all.
So, Jessie up towards the head wall now.
Interesting to see if, because Jessie did the mono, if she has enough energy for the head wall.
It was a really interesting choice there. Rare do you see an athlete decide to use a mono rather than a two finger. She's up to 9th now with 38. Just hits the 40. She needs to get a bit higher to start to guarantee places here. She's up to 5th though, and she takes a moment to shake on the small crimps. Oh, and falls there. Right, so that will leave her in 5th with 40. Crowd enjoying their afternoon here. The sun has slightly dipped behind crowds, making it a bit cooler in the stadium. Men's route is completed now, so we have the provisional results, but we'll let you know at the end when all the appeals and things have been worked out. 6 women to go, which means that Ella Fisher is guaranteed her first finals. Zilia Avazu is through. And that was Putra pinging off near the top. Okay, Teresa Shukarova comes on for Czechia. A little mushroom tattoo there. Is that Jessie's legs? I didn't know she had a mushroom tattoo. I like it. That was the cut loose for Jessie. Moving off small holds. Throwing the fig 4. She committed straight away to that sequence. And then a jump for the pocket. Crowd getting behind Teresa, as they would. She's a bit tentative down low at the moment, just making sure of those first few holds. It'd be a disaster to fall down here. Plenty of time on the clock. Off a very thin crimp to make the bump move. So that's our leaderboard on the right. He's on 10 now, down to 19th. We will rock you echoes through the stadium here. This is a risky move, but she hits it nicely, very accurate onto the crimp. Very exciting atmosphere in the stadium right now. It's like a little mini rock concert. Feels like an amphitheatre-style space. All attention down towards that lead wall. Right, the clapping stops. Focus time for Teresa. She's approaching that move. Moves up into 19th on 20th now. 20 points now. Oh, big cut loose method.
Oh, she goes with a good high foot method.
Being told, by the way, the Jessie Pilz mushroom tattoo is because she's known. Oh, Pilz is mushroom in German, that's why. So the word Pilz, like Jessie Pilz, means mushroom.
Nice. Yeah, Teresa looked very solid for that section. The crowd are getting hyped up again with the clapping.
Appeal for Sam Avizu as well, by the way. He wants a 33 from 32 plus. So Teresa, after making it quite easily through that section, hangs off and rests, looks down at the clock, 2:23. She's doing the piano match you were talking about, making adjustments for those hands, hits the 30 well.
She's been very slow with her movements, trying to be very safe and not very risky.
Yeah, right foot in the pocket. Oh wow, what a stat! Pocket that, what they say. We didn't see a shot of that before. Looks up above her head, crosses through nicely on the head wall. Getting a big round of applause. She hits the middle of that hold, steps up. This is good from her. We see the score on the right, got to 10th with that 38. She's close. Listen to this crowd. She's low on that one, and I think she's going to be just outside of our current top 8. Waves goodbye to the crowd, looks up, a little bit of frustration. She was very, very close to challenging for the top 8.
It currently moves up to
6, she is 39 plus now. That score changed.
Not quite sure if that's enough, though, because it's dependent on the remaining 5 to go.
And there's some big names, aren't there? Lynn Vandermeer, Alexandra Totskova, Luchka Rakovic, and Annie Sanders, and Cheon So to come. And Jane Kim is guaranteed for final. How cool is that?
How exciting. I've always been so inspired by like Jane Kim and Shauna Coxey, and like they've gone off and had a kid and come back somehow like just as strong. So impressive.
Pretty special. Jenya Kazbekova as well, looking like she might be challenging one day. I hope we see her back. Well, that was Teresa's run. Good work from her. And 6th at the moment, so in a risky position. Lynn Vandermeer had a good qualifying run. All right, here we go then for Lynn. Clip in. crosses through. It's a big improvement on her result from the start of the season, where she was 33rd.
I feel like this is something that you don't think about much, but I always get so scared watching like the very start section whenever like some big names get on, because you really don't want to slip up.
You don't, do you? And you can see how dirty the holds are getting as well. So covered in chalk now, and yeah, it's just that element of risk, isn't it? And I think a lot of athletes feel that with a semi-final, that you know, once you're in the final, you can just perform and relax a little bit. But at this stage, it's super scary.
Absolutely.
In, into the side hook, flicks the left hand. Oof. Moves like that, for example.
You have to be so accurate to hit that jib as well.
Slipping a little bit here, making some adjustments, but looking okay. She's had 61 world climbing participations in her career. Fairly experienced. Climbing since 2015, so over 10 years on the circuit. Into the pockets. And calm at the moment.
It's always interesting how athletes read this section as well.
It is, isn't it? Let's see what she does with it. So she's got this. It doesn't look like she wants to fig four.
Thus far, very smooth.
Goes cut loose and just hand swap. Nice and simple from her. Swaps the hand with the foot. There's that knee bar. Selling those in the area behind the boulder wall. So dealt with well through that. Good resting with those straight arms. Right toe locked in underneath. Makes the match. That's our top 8. Ella Fisher leading the way. Moves into 28 now. Oh, she's suddenly having to work really hard on this move, though. Hesitation for the first time for Lynn.
A little bit shaky. That was looking quite like efficient up until there, though. I mean, it pays to have that much experience.
Yeah, I agree. She's to do this big move off the undercling, just for her. She wiggles those fingers in, but if she stands up, oh, she drops down, but I think she's in a higher, better position. She's managed to get the right hand better, so I think she'd reach up. But yeah, clearly feeling the pump here. Goes up again. Yeah, it was easier the second time because she'd readjusted the position. Elbows up though as she crosses through. And lots of appeals coming through right now. Neo Suzuki wants a 37 plus from 37, and Serato wants a 38 plus. Lynn swaps feet. Oh, another big lock-off move, accurate on the blocked crimp. That right arm is going, gone. So, in a 14th, not going to be a finals place for Lynn van der Meer. She shakes her head. It all started going wrong on that move to the 30 onto that pocket.
I agree.
Tricky for her.
Especially with those really slow moves. You know, it's always like when you see the slow moves, you know they're trying so hard.
But season best for her after that 33rd in Wujiang. So, final 3. Luchka Rakovic, Annie Sanders, Xian So will come out for the women to try to claim 3 more finals places. Our top 8 starting to get more secure now. So we know it's going to be Ella Fisher, Zile Abazu, Zhang Kim, Hannah Koike and Jessie Pilz. Fraser is in but not safe. Alma is in but not safe, and you know the same. Johan Haric is in but not safe. That's current positions. And Lynn, yeah, face of disappointment on that one. Really hard for her. So our audience watches on in the shimmering heat of the day here in Prague. And there she is, Lučka Rakovic. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, I was an accident ahead. Alexandra Totskova, we've got 4 to go. Apologies, and that means Jessie Pilz isn't safe yet. So Alexandra Totskova, and it's really good to have her back into another semi-final. This lady fights so hard out on the wall. Now, last comp was back in Seoul when she was 24th. Hasn't made a finals in a little bit on a World Series stage. There was a point when she was a regular in finals. Her last one was 2024. Smaller athlete, so needs to climb things a little bit differently, but wow, is she a fighter. So, underway for Bulgaria. So Alexandra up high with the right left hand, past the 10 now. So she's got quite a lot of work to do here. This women's route still catching athletes out, which is interesting. We're not seeing anyone sort of cruising through the crux sections.
I mean, that's to be expected with the crux section for sure.
Yeah, but it's like sometimes you see in the kind of top few, the crux changes often. You know, you see athletes getting through that more easily, but that move in the middle to the 30, really hard.
Yeah, true. And a lot of it as well depends on like their preparation, how they approach the first sort of quarter of the route.
Yeah, and because it's this resistance style route, you do like little mistakes, which is sometimes hard to see even on our broadcast, you know, it can make a big difference. So Alexandra, this is a move here where you can make big mistakes that will cost you. What's she going to do? Just campuses through, why not?
So solid.
Yeah, great stuff from her there. Little adjustment with the right and then she's through. No faffing around on that one. Makes the clip nicely. I love our camera team. We're really enjoying the sort of uber close-up shots of certain holds.
It's always very entertaining.
Yeah, it doesn't always help us. Occasionally we get too many of them. I've been quite enjoying it on this one. It just allows you really to see, because I think from that wide angle, all the holds have a tendency to look somewhat similar.
Yeah, it's very true.
Right, she's got to do the hand match, so she's going to piano match it, like you said, dancing those fingers across like you're playing the piano. And then the 30 up on the left. So cruising at the moment is Alexandra Totskova. 17th now on 31, I think, 32. All right, left hand on just below the head wall. She's only in 16th though. There's a lot of women around the 39 to 37 mark, so around the section coming up. Into the block jib.
Still looking very in shape though.
11th. This is the fight that we love to see from Alexandra Totkova. Oh, drop the rope. Oh, she's just one of those athletes who terrifies me. She never lets me relax as this lady. But into fifth now, so that should be guaranteed, right? Third now, definitely guaranteed. Brilliant. For the first time since 2024, Alexandra Totkova is back. Really cool.
Dropping really nicely on the flat hold as well.
She falls there, but it's going to be enough, barring her heels, to get it through. Awesome stuff from her. It's been a tough fight back for that lady. You know, when you've had so much success when you're young, it went away from her a bit. Good comeback.
For sure. Yeah, it's been like that for quite a few people as well. It's a tough one to come back from, but so impressive when it happens.
Yes, it is. So this was some highlights from her run. It was a fight, it always is. There's always a little spice of drama with that lady. But not enough to send her down, and she's into a final place. Great stuff. So, 3 to go now. Luchka Rakovic out next, and Annie Sanders and Qian So will finish things off for us. And there she is. She seemed in a relaxed but confident mood when I chatted to her the other day.
It is a good space to be.
Yeah. Very calm, had a good, she topped one of the routes, got a good high point on the other. So, I expect her to be smooth. I expect her to use horrendous flexibility and heel hooks in places you'd never imagine. And she's very good at resting her way through sequences, as Luchka Rakovic. Good to have her back on the circuit. Thank you to everyone, by the way, who's messaged me to tell me about Jessie Pilz's mushroom tattoo. I appreciate it. I didn't know that. So Luchka crossing into the slopers nicely. Conditions perfect for her. The sun disappearing behind clouds, quite a wind blowing, nice and cool out there. Oh, did miss that though for a sec. No drama though, slid down onto the crimp nicely. What method can Luchka work out for this? Into the 20, two-finger drag.
Yeah, and I mean, not finding that left-hand pocket rest that we've seen other people do.
Yeah, straight into a figure four as well, all right. So fascinating, that match sequence. Love it. Love the fact that a figure four is one of the options as well.
I think it's been one of the most popular options as well.
Yeah, exactly that, and it's so rare. You know, it's one of the fig fours usually is something that an athlete would do sometimes in desperation, just like I don't know what to do, I'll fling my leg over and hope it works. But I think this is pretty deliberate by the setters.
Yeah, it's really interesting as well.
I know.
Super cool that a lot of the athletes read it like that as well, and that have gone like committed so decisively into it.
Yes, exactly. That's a good point, mate. Luchka doing very well. Time not a factor for anyone. We had a couple getting close-ish to running out of time, but no one timing out. So the 30, easy work. Looking calm, not looking too pumped. Working, but not looking shaky yet. Head wall to come. Should be not guaranteed yet, though. Head wall hits the slope, but that was a little bit more grabby. Oh, now falls. Now, this is going to be risky. I've got her at 12 at the moment on 38. So we'll see if things change. 11th, so 38 plus. She is going to be outside of the top 8, and what a shame for her after that qualifying run. Not making it into tonight's finals. Luchka will have to have a rethink. So 2 to go now, which means Alexandra Totskova, who's in first place, guaranteed. Ella Fischer, Zelia Avazu, Jane Kim, Hannah Koike, Jessie Pilz, and then Teresa Shustkova and Alma Arella are not safe yet. Two to go then, the crowd regaining some cheering because this lady, Annie Sanders, comes on.
We have seen her already.
Jessie Pilz, as I just said, in that final. Yeah, so Annie, she says to the MC, when asked if she would celebrate, no, she's going home to bed. I hope she has, because she had to get up pretty early to go into isolation today. Lots of protein needed to reset her body.
True that. Carbs as well, especially when you take them together.
I'm imagining some kind of carbonara right now. Maybe carbonara with steak.
Not a bad option.
Sounds good to me right now, I tell you.
Yeah, true.
All right. Annie Sanders, has she got any skin left as well? That's the other thing to me. You know, there was a lot
That's a very good point, actually.
Yeah. A lot of slopey boulders during semis and finals. I mean, semis and finals. She climbed 8 boulders multiple times yesterday. Wild.
Crazy.
See the bruises on her legs from that boulder round as well.
I mean, I don't see any tape on her fingers, though, so she might be okay with skin.
Okay, left hand on. Well, should be tested for skin on these parts here. Slopers, not jibs. Nice upgrade into the cycle. At the moment moving slowly but steadily.
Okay, so we are still cheering for Annie Sanders.
She did some of the most outrageous screw hole pulling I've ever seen on 2 boulders last night.
Watching that live was crazy.
The last boulder especially, after the crack, she's just literally 2 screw holes. It was
Yeah, I didn't actually notice that to begin with. That was,
Oh, we had some really close shots on the live of it. And it was, I mean, I feel for the setters, because what do you do for an athlete you can group screw holes like that?
That's true.
I don't know, Britt Rabbity stood in one back in the day and started that sort of that trend, not a trend, you know what I mean? But Annie, I mean, just...
Yeah, I see it a lot lately.
Yeah. And setters have started to, especially on slabs, they know where the screw holes are, and it's almost part of the setting now. That was no one would have thought that she would have done that.
Yeah, it's very true. I love watching Annie do lead climbing, though. She's so flowy. And watching her in Wuchang as well, that's probably one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Yeah.
On that head wall.
It was. I edited the Athlete of the Week interview for that, and it's had like 70,000 views, and it's because of the fight, I think, just because it was all the way through the head wall. Someone messaged me saying it looked like she was in slow motion.
Yeah,
Wonderful. She climbs boulders like lead routes as well occasionally. But she's got some bouldering moves to come. She is keeping an eye on the clock, as we said earlier on. It's one of her weaknesses. she is looking, she's very aware that it's one of her weaknesses as well.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how she goes.
Alma in 8th, 39 plus. There's quite a few women all the way from 7th down to 10th as 39 plus. Count back making the difference for them to separate them. Oh, she wants to bring that right foot up, doesn't she? There's a few ways here. There's that undercling method, which is a much bigger move to get to the pocket. There's the piano match. I would have put money on her doing the piano match, actually.
I think you might be right.
She loves matching, there's Annie. But she touched the...
yeah, there it is.
Yeah. And then she just uses the undercling to reposition her body. It's bouncy, though, but she's worked her way into the better position and now hits the 30 quite easily. Crosses all the way through. God, those veins standing out. Had a break in Madrid. Well, it's put to the test here.
I mean, I bet she's really pumped, but she doesn't show it. It's still looking very solid.
She must. I mean, maybe she doesn't get pumped. Maybe this is her secret. Maybe she doesn't have blood in those veins. It's just pure chalk.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Checks the clock again. 1 minute 18 for Annie, and she's getting closer. 35 on our scoreboard there, so 18th, but we know it's all about this next couple of moves, which will jump her up. Towards the 40 now. Moves to 13th on 38th. Looks around the corner, right hand on the 40, coming closer and closer, now in 7th. So she's guaranteed through to a final. Wild.
I bet she'd love to top it, though.
Up to 6th. Yeah, will we see our top? No one for the men came anywhere near. Annie's the closest for the women. Left hand adjustments.
Cheeky knee bar.
Oh yes, very cheeky knee bar, I like that. Annie on the head wall, 1 move to go before the top. What could she do? She leaps quite as close as you can get.
With 3 seconds on the clock as well.
Seconds, yeah. You've got to say she timed it pretty perfectly. Maybe you would have had to have fought to put the chains in time, but in terms of final, very, very good for Annie. She makes it again, and a chance to fight for a double gold. Janja Garnbret has done that multiple times. Can Annie start joining her on the stats board? Nice work at the top there. So Annie will leave the stage for a round of applause. We're watching her highlights here. This was down low on the slopers. We said might have to test their skin. Clearly she's okay with that. And then the crux move was interesting, wasn't it? Because she thought about it for a while, didn't rush it, took her time, readjusted, piano match, went into the undercling, then popped for the pocket.
Yeah, it's really decisive.
Yeah.
She committed to it, and it's quite nice.
Once more, we come over the river towards our stadium. That's the railway bridge, by the way. I saw the steam train. I did see it. I'm not making it up. It was there, I promise. Jeon So competed in boulder semis yesterday, didn't make it through. I was saying I was surprised she hasn't just specialised in lead, but I guess she's still figuring out what she wants to do. Or, as someone said to me yesterday, look, maybe she's just if you come all the way over to do a World Series event and there's 2 lead in boulder, you might as well do them.
Yeah, I mean, on the other side of that argument, though, you could save your energy and try and do even better in the one specialty, but, I mean,
Yeah.
everyone has a different opinion.
No, I'm with you on that one. I think I mean, but the thing is, she got so good at bouldering, didn't she?
Yeah.
Boulder, when
It
she-
is very physically demanding, though, training for both disciplines. I'm sure all the Olympians at Paris would have felt that.
Yeah, well, quite a few of them took a long break after that, and some still are resting. So yes, it takes its toll as that Olympic cycle, psychologically and physically, I think.
The women's league semifinals in Prague.
A bit like Annie did, slow and steady down low, making sure. This is the move that's not caught anyone out, but a few have been a bit inaccurate into that jib, which you understand, because it's quite blind above her head. She looks for it, hits it perfectly. Nice work at the moment, 4:32 on the clock. Finds the first of the pockets. Now we get to see one more time this cool crux move. Oh, sorry, the not crux move, but the traverse move. Oh, what is that? Oh, fig four. Okay, I thought she was trying to like heel hook through the middle of her legs.
I mean, it almost looked like she was going to figure four over both
Yeah.
her hands.
Oh, and then swaps out the hand for the foot.
Wild. Very efficient, though.
Up she goes then. Doesn't look like it's cost her very much, that move. So the toe is locked in and resting, matches with the right hand.
I think there's your second steam train right there.
Oh, there is a steam. Come on, director. Ah, I promise you, everyone, that's twice. Twice there's a steam train. He must be doing a loop, but it was definitely the same steam train, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you're not tripping.
I've had so many climbing competitions, I've seen trains. Who knew? Usually I don't mention things that are off camera, but it's not every day a steam train goes past our stadium. I think you'd like to know at home. Right, scoreboard, top 8. Teresa is hanging in there, isn't she? It'd be great for this crowd if she can make this.
I mean, every move from now on, she's going to be leaping up the scoreboard.
Yeah, it is. They're 19th. It's so close, this 30 area. This is another risky move, though, but she's looking pretty chill here. She gets the heel buried into the pocket. Easy stuff. Good work. Plenty of time, too. 2 minutes on the clock. Up to 14th now. It's the 40. Eighth position, so she pushes Teresa out of the top 8 into 7th. Jessie Pilst will take our final place, and the crowd, although they would be a little disappointed, they are still cheering her as they should, because good work. And she, oh, I understand that. Right foot on. And now can she top the route? Annie came close.
Oh, hopefully we'll see some fun this one.
She's going to give herself a fighting chance. Up to 2nd.
There's a boulder, she's got beans in her as well.
Yes, can she find the last bit of power? Get set, no, not quite. It's likely to be changed to 30-46 plus off that one though, which means she will jump up to the #1 spot due to count back. you'd expect anyway, but we'll see in a second. So, barely breathing. Yes, there we go. So 46 plus. And first position for Cheon-So with lots of time left on the clock as well. Maya, what a semi-final. Interesting one, hey?
Really interesting to watch, yeah. No top on either route this time.
Yeah, that's quite rare. The women usually find the way. The men's is much more difficult, it seems, in recent years to get the top. Right, we'll wait for confirmation of our top 8. And a reminder, we'll be back this evening for the conclusion of the lead competition here. There's my steam train, thank goodness me. Thank you, Mr. Director. I wasn't seeing things. I told you it was there. Right, we'll just see this last replay of her run. This was a very awkward fig 4. She didn't, that was kind of the only mistake she really made there, not getting it entirely right, but then resetting it.
Yeah, with that move, it seemed like the moment someone started to second guess themselves, it kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah. And then the last move, driving upwards towards the final hole, but not quite. Job done for her. She moves forward in top position. Her and Annie out in front at the moment. So, confirmation results. Annie Sanova, Cheon-So, and Alexandra Totkova, who's back in the finals. Ella Fischer, first finals for her. Azealia Ambasu, Jiang Kim, Hannah Koike, and then Jessie Piltz in 8. Teresa did well, so close, just 1 point behind Jessie there. The crowd would have loved that. A few big names. Mia Krampel down at the bottom was downgraded because of moving past the clipping point, so she's at the bottom. Molly Thompson-Smith, 17th on her comeback. She'll be very happy with that one, you'd imagine. And then for the men, Serato Anraku over Neo Suzuki and Putra Ramadani, who makes his way back into final. Jakob Schubert and Adam Ondra, the two veteran popular members, they are through. Luka Poticha, great to see him back. Philip Schenk and Satomi Yoshida. Sam Avazu just missing out. And Alberto Hines Lopez is the big talking point on that one. He is down after an early-ish fall for him. Lito Hyun won't make it, Max Berton won't make it, Giorgio Tomatis down at the bottom. Maya, thank you so much. So not Innsbruck, or are we seeing you in Innsbruck?
No, I've pulled out of the rest of my season, all for Salt Lake City. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
All right, well, I can't wait to see you in Salt Lake City. Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll be back for finals, 6 p.m. tonight, check time. We'll see you there.
Mě nakonec mrzelo, když jsem spadla, tak mi došlo, že jsem měla zvednout tu pravou patu a napadlo mě to prostě tady o sekundu později, jinak jsem neměla natečeno a cítila jsem to skvěle.
Super, holky, moc krát děkujeme. Moc krát děkujeme, skvělá atmosféra. Dámy, na to se těšíte teďka, jak se odpočinete po závodě. Po Vltavě. No a tady otevřeme kolem 17. hodiny a budeme se těšit a chystat se už na finálový program, finále mužů s Adamem Ondrou i